still get raped and murdered, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like there's a less chance. Do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's less chance.
Okay.
Because also, like, you're perpetuating this idea that it's strangers that are most likely to be violent against women.
Yes, and we know
that it's not true.
Although if you go into a stranger's house to sleep on their couch, that is risky behaviour.
With this guy, I was with my ex-husband at the time. Well, it wasn't my husband at the time, and he was like 6 foot something.
Okay.
And, yeah. But he was just weird. He was in Paris, and he lived in a one-bedroom apartment with his massive, like, wolfhound dog.
Wow.
And his ex-girlfriend, who he still shared a bed with, but they were definitely ex. Or, like, that's what he said. I don't know. And there was, like, 3 other people in there, and then he just, like...
In the bed?
In the house.
Oh.
It was just very odd.
Where were they all sleeping?
Oh, just all in the lounge room as well.
Are they all couch surfers too?
Yeah, and he made us a cheese platter. I can't believe I've never told you this story.
It actually sounds good. Love cheese.
He made a cheese platter and he says to Kyle, "Go, taste this cheese. It tastes like a wild, unwashed woman."
It's probably very accurate. Cheese in France does not taste or smell like cheese in Australia, that is for
sure. So he was just like a massive creeper. Really?
Of course, he's inviting random people into his house.
Yeah, but I had other couch surfing experiences that were not like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, some people are just weird.
This is true. What else have you read or listened to or done or seen or...
So after the whole South America thing, like, I found this book of short stories that I'd had on my bookshelf for ages. It's like the best Spanish young novelists or the best Spanish young writers. And so I read a short story out of there that was quite good. And that was about this young girl in Argentina, and she falls in love with some travelling Mormons. Oh. And I really liked it because she was such a... Like, the protagonist, this young girl, is so independent of mind and so, like, pragmatic. Like, she's just like, she decides that she's in love with this Mormon. She pursues him. He obviously can't, like, reciprocate that, but she's also atheist. Okay. So she's atheist, but she's like, this is not a problem. I'm not converting to Mormonism for you, but we can still be together. And he's like, well, no, I've got to go.
See ya.
Yeah. But she's such an individual that she will not... like, convert, even though she's in love with him. And she's so pragmatic that when he does leave, she's just like, right, I've, you know, got a month left of summer, got to get on it.
Yeah.
Keep going, what else is out there?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I liked it. I was quite fond of her. Like, she was not, like, I'm not sure she was a person that you would find in real life. She was a bit of a caricature.
Okay.
But, I was quite fond of her by the end of the short story.
I've got to be honest, most of the time you're talking about that, I was thinking about fruit toast.
Fruit toast?
Yeah.
Because of something that I said in...
No.
No? Just because...
Have I talked about my experiences with fruit toast in the last school holidays?
No.
So
isn't it this school holidays now?
Yes, it is,
right,
which is where my story is going. So last school holidays, I really liked your short story.
No, yeah. I'll put it up there, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
sometimes you just get this idea in your head.
So never ever will I complain about having school holidays off. I'm the luckiest person in the universe. However, everyone else is still at work, and you don't have any extra money to spend. And some days I just choose to go to work because it's better than sitting at home.
Yeah.
So last school holidays, I decided that I would find the best fruit toast in Perth. And I went around to a heap of different cafes on different days and bought their fruit toast and a coffee. Would read a book. Very fancy. And I'm excited because I could do it again this week.
So you didn't succeed last top school holidays?
In finding the best?
Yeah.
I had a top 5.
Yeah.
The best was Tablespoon in Bayswater.
Tablespoon in Bayswater?
Yeah. You wouldn't pick it, would you?
No, but I don't know where it is. Where is it?
It's in Bayswater.
Yeah, but where in Bayswater?
I don't know. Oh, King William?
Really? Are you sure?
No.
But I was just on King William Street the other day and I didn't see it.
You know the cheese shop
Yes.
Okay, around the corner.
Yeah.
Is that King William?
Yeah.
Okay, just along there, tiny. You wouldn't see it.
Okay, maybe I just didn't see it.
Yeah. So they do sort of Asian fusion kind of food, but their coffee and fruit toast is amazing. So I'm going to be going back there, but also I'm going to find some other places to check out.
Do you know, I've been, it's funny that you talk about fruit toast because I've been on a massive crumpet rampage.
A crumpet rampage?
A crumpet rampage.
What?
I've been having crumpets with like Vegemite and cheese.
Are you throwing them at people?
I'm just eating them all the time.
Okay. Vegemite and cheese. Never.
Very poor.
I've never put those together, by the way.
Vegemite and cheese?
Never.
Like on anything?
On anything.
Vegemite and cheese is amazing.
Vegemite and avocado?
Oh, yeah. Vegemite and avocado is pretty
That's good.
Vegemite and cheese.
I've never mixed my Vegemite until last year.
Never mixed it with anything.
Except butter.
Why?
Why would you ruin something so perfect?
It's not ruining it. It's just like enhancing it even more.
Well, I agree with the avo. It does enhance it, but I don't know about the cheese thing. Actually,
the cheese thing, no, it
probably
does.
Would. Yeah,
Toast does.
Anyway, what else on your crumpets?
You really need to do some Vegemite and cheese. What else on my crumpets? So Vegemite and cheese, pickle and cheese, lemon butter.
And cheese, so good. Oh, lemon butter, so good.
Pretty much just trying to clear out my cupboards because it's the time of year when crumpets become 99 cents.
Yes. What are crumpets?
It's just like a yeasty bread, isn't it?
I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure the holes come from yeast.
Okay, so like in normal bread or sourdough, it's a bit holy.
Yeah.
If you get,
and I'm pretty sure
bread.
they're like, yeah.
Okay, why is it so rubbery?
Don't know. I can Google it for you.
Oh, crumpets are amazing with honey, aren't they?
Yeah. Crumpets with honey.
I had
like
bacon
butter.
for lunch.
Did you?
Oh my God.
Like, is that not a...
Brought me back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about your bacon as I drove here and...
Why, did I tell you I was having bacon?
Yeah, you told me that.
Oh, did I?
You said
I don't even remember. See, I was dead before it. Dead.
I was going to stop at that cafe over here and I don't know what road it's on. Don't ask me.
Get one of those bacon rolls that you got last time.
Yeah, bacon rolls I got last time and it's closed. I was like, it's terrible. So I went to Baker's Delight and got a bogan roll.
A Vegemite scroll?
No, a bacon and cheese.
Oh, yeah, roll. I used to love those. I used to work in the Leonard's next door to a Baker's Delight and we would go next door and get their bread.
So that was my lunch, was a bogan roll.
Nice.
What else have I been doing? So I've been reading a lot. We went to, obviously it's the plebiscite, the
yes, indeed,
marriage survey. And my sister and I went to see Ben Law's talk at UWA about his quarterly essay, which he's just put out about the safe schools. So not to conflate the two issues because obviously same-sex marriage is different from the safe schools.
Yeah.
But the people opposing same-sex marriage are using, they're bringing in this whole what about the children thing into it. And so the safe schools debate has been brought into the same-sex marriage debate quite a bit.
Right. Okay.
So, and basically, the essay is really good, and he's a really good speaker as well, very clear and, very logical. You can follow his argument, and it's the same in the essay. Like, you can really follow his argument all the way through.
Yeah.
And the main thesis or his main point is that the Australian newspaper mounted a campaign, basically like a stealth campaign against the Safe Schools program.
Okay. And
he shows how, when it was first launched, the Safe Schools program actually had bipartisan support, and that all it was, and all it still is, the Safe Schools program at its core, all it is that the schools that sign up for it make a pledge that they are going to do what they can to make their schools a safe place for students who identify as LGBTIQ.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right. There is another resource called All of Us that was produced for teachers.
Yeah.
But at no point has the Safe Schools program gone into schools themselves and taught students.
Yeah.
The articles in The Australian are all about how they've, safe schools are going in and teaching, how to have gay sex and, about transgender stuff. So it was really interesting when he printed out all the articles that The Australian newspaper published about Safe Schools program, and it was literally like this thick. Like it was
3 inches thick.
Yeah. And they were all negative.
Yeah, right. That's interesting, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And then obviously, you know, lazy journalism and everything, like people just take that as fact instead of checking it themselves.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Did you know that Mandurah is going to be one of the sites to trial the cashless welfare card?
Okay, really?
Interesting, yeah.
For everyone?
They're picking... I did read the fine print. There's a particular cohort. I think New Start is what they're targeting, I think between 18 and 34, something like that. Right. They're quite particular with trying to target the people that I guess they want to. Yeah, that would
and
be
what's
interesting.
your thoughts on that?
It's a very complex issue, and in fact I had this conversation with my students. I threw it out there and let them go to see what they think, and we kind of did a pro-con list. And fundamentally I am against it because I feel like it's against everything that we kind of believe
empowering.
In. Yeah.
Doesn't really encourage
exactly
agency.
But I had read a bit of community feedback from when it was piloted in Ceduna, and some of the community feedback was really positive. So the families of some people with severe addictions liked it.
Yeah.
So then I started thinking about whose needs do you put first, the individual or their family and kids. And so it's really, I don't know, I'll be very interested to see the results.
I guess that's kind of like that ethical, like what kind of ethical or philosophical stance you take on it, whether it's like, you know, everything's a means to an end. And so as long as you get to that end, it doesn't, like the means are kind of flexible, or whether you believe that, like...
Yeah, people should just make those choices. The other interesting thing is so once you test positive, you... I don't want to give the wrong information. I did go through it particularly.
Oh, sorry.
But you go to...
Test positive for what?
For any kind of illicit drug.
Okay.
I don't know how they're going to tell about illicit use of prescription drugs, but I don't know. I guess I'll figure out a way. So then you get referred to a government-sponsored doctor. So I guess Medicare is still going to be paying for this because doctors will be going, yeah, come and see me. Then the doctor will get to choose whether you are referred to an AOD specialist.
Right.
And I don't know if these services get more funding to provide counselling or whatever. I don't know how they're going to set that up. Presumably they're going to get a lot of people who are now going to be mandated to attend something. I guess they'll do, you know, a kind of a model where you have to go twice and just do some brief intervention, health education kind of stuff, go in, tick a box.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how else you can engage people in what is very complex behaviour change. Yeah.
It's kind of like, it is a bit Big Brother-ish.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Makes me feel a bit uncomfortable.
It does, yeah. And then I think about how, you know, welfare takes up a huge chunk of the government's money, and that's our money, and could it be better managed? I don't know.
But then they say that, you know, like countries with a universal basic income do better when it comes to, like, innovation. But do you know what's interesting is that I'm more concerned that it's in Mandurah because I feel like Mandurah's closer to me. Like, when I hear about cash... No, I'm being serious. Like, when I hear about the cashless welfare card in remote places, like, it concerns me, but I don't have much of an emotional reaction to it. But when I hear it's in Mandurah and that's only, like, an hour away or 90 minutes or whatever, I'm like, oh, it's getting a bit close.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even on Centrelink.
No,
but
I'm surprised it didn't go out your way before it went to Mandurah, to be honest.
And Mandurah had like a way higher like methamphetamine count in the sewage than Port Midland. Maligned at every turn.
But other than that, I'm just
that'll be my sub story when Better Homes and Gardens comes out.
Oh, they're going to give you a cashless welfare card.
They're giving me a cashless welfare card and doing my garden. Actually, my neighbour offered to do it. I was walking out the front with Max because we're doing some grassroots, like, political pamphlet dropping for someone who's running for local council.
Okay.
So, walk out the front to do that and see the bloke from down the road and he's like, hey, I've got a lawnmower, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh,
He goes, your front yard.
he wants to come and cut your grass.
Yeah, he does. He's like, you're in the city here. You can't leave your front yard like that. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting around to it. So he's going to come and do it for a carton of export.
You can get it cheaper than that.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Cut my lawn.